Hey, howdy and happy day. It is a happy day. Happy day for me many days. I wake up in the morning and I get online and I look at all of the stuff that's going on from the left and I get angry. I go kick my cat and swear at my dog, and that's kind of what it's about. But today I woke up and I had an email from a gal, a great email. And I want to share it with you. It's about me. So I'll tell you a story. 5 years ago, I was in a Albertsons grocery store in Las Vegas, Nevada. And there was a lady, I saw her shopping. She had two little kids with her and she looked poor. And I kind of got that impression. She kept telling her children we can't afford that, and they would put some nice stuff in her cart like ice cream and candy, and she'd put it all back and she'd say, we can't afford that. Anyway, I went up to the till, and with my own stuff, I think I had $10 worth of stuff or something, a quart of milk or whatever I went there for, and I asked the lady about her. I said, you know her? And she said, oh, of course, she comes here all the time and she cashes in her welfare stuff and she buys groceries, and she's a really nice girl, and she works at night, she cleans houses, and she wants to go to college, and she told me the whole story, which is kind of interesting. So in any event, as we were sitting there talking, or standing rather, this lady and her two kids came up with her cart, and she had a calculator, and I had watched her do all of this, and she was putting it on the counter, going through the thing, and she was over her limit, and she didn't have enough money to pay for it, so she had to remove some items. So I said to her, I says, miss, please, I'm not a stalker and I'm not a murderer or anything like that, but can I help you? I would like very much to help you, for you to take your cart and fill it up, and I'll pay for it. And she was quite taken back, shocked actually, and she's kind of like, how dare you? And she went on, and she said, I don't need your help, and she got quite vocal, and I finally said, hey, it's not about you, it's about me. It's about me. I will feel really good, and it's about me. I'm conceited, and I got a huge ego. Let me do it. Just let me do it. Anyway, she kind of smiled and different things. So I went with her and I said, fill the cart up. I don't care what it costs, fill it up. Her kids were quite taken by this. So anyway, the girl at the till, she closed her till and she came and walked with us. We walked around and I said, hey, do you want ice cream? And I grabbed ice cream and threw it in. And steaks, when was the last time you had a steak? And it was a long time ago. And we went wild up and down. And she continued to say, I don't need that. And I said, go down the toy aisle. Your kids need some toys. So we did that as well. We got up finally to the cashier, and it was about $600, and I paid for it. And I said to her, hey, you got that look in your eye. You'll never even know my name. I said, I'm going away now, and I said, help somebody else someday if you can. Good luck with your life, and enjoy the next few weeks of good food, because I think you've been living on craft dinner. And that was the end of the story. This morning I got an email from this girl. I didn't even know her name. And she said that she had been over to some friends' places recently, and the husband of her friend was watching Right Edition. And she looked at the show and she said, I think that's the guy. And so anyway, she tracked me down, and another fella, oddly enough, knew me and actually had my cell number. And so that was interesting, but she didn't call. She actually had my email as well. Anyway, it was kind of a neat story, and I wanted to share that with you because we need to have days where we feel good. It's not about politics. I don't care how she voted. I wanted to help her. And she asked me in the email, how can I repay you? And so I sent her an email back. I said, someday when you're in a good place, help somebody else who isn't in a good place. Pass it on. I said, that's the only repayment that you need to give me. Anyway, so nobody blew anybody up in this conversation, and nobody is stupid, and nobody did a bad thing. Nobody voted the wrong way. It's kind of just a feel-good moment. Wanted to share. Y'all come back. Have a happy day.